Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sanjana and I make videos related to planning. I share a lot about stationery products and I also talk a little bit about personal development. So let's get started with today's video, which is about undated planners. And I wanted to share the pros and cons of using undated planners and also share with you guys my collection and how my experience has been with undated planners. So first I want to share the current planners that I'm using, which are undated, while talking about pros. Here the first planner I have is from a brand called Ruhani Rang. This is a handmade planner and this is not completely undated. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the second undated planner that I'm using is from a brand called 7mm. I purchased both of these at the end of 2022 to use it in 2023, and I received both of these a little bit later on in January, and I was actually a little bit relieved because both of these weren't completely dated, so that meant that I could start at any time of the year without really wasting a lot of pages, especially in the beginning. I hate sort of skipping months in the beginning. I think empty pages at the end I don't really mind, but in the beginning it drives me nuts. So with Ruhani Rang Planner, you see the calendar. It's just there in the monthly cover page. Other than this, you don't really have dates anywhere else. You know, in the monthly calendar, you don't have it. Even in the weekly or daily pages, you don't really have it, which is quite good. And using, I think it's very well suitable for students, and yeah, students, I think it's extremely suitable because I don't think really any of the educational institutions have a calendar year. They do have an academic year, and personally, when I was a student, when I was doing my post-graduation, I preferred having my planning in one planner for the year rather than splitting it into two planners. So for my first year of post-graduation, I had one planner, and for the second year, I had another planner, and I would highly recommend you picking undated planners for that. And then also, let's say you began a new job, or you got promoted in between the year, or you began a new project at work in between the year. And for that too, choosing an undated planner is extremely suitable for that. And also, you know, your passion projects or side hustles, as they call it these days, if you decide at any time of the year that you wanna start a new hobby or a new side hustle, you can pick undated planners for that and get that fresh feeling. So that is quite good too. And another advantage of undated planners is that let's say you have come across planners and you weren't really sure of whether you wanted to purchase it or not, and you waited, you crossed the planner season, and now you're really wanting to buy a planner. And for you guys too, I really recommend having an undated planner. Another advantage that I see based on my past experience is whenever I've started using planners in between the year, especially undated ones, in that New Year season, right, in December, you do have a lot of future months. And you don't really get that fear of using a new planner or fear of messing up the new planner. So it's really nice to pre-plan things in the old planner, the undated one that you have. And then finally, when you're starting a dated planner in the following year, you can, it's sort of easier to start off fresh without really worrying about messing up the planner. And I have experienced that, and I feel that is a great advantage. And then some of the cons, another pro actually that I have experienced is that some of the projects that I worked on in the past, I did not work on it every single week. So having undated planners for those were sort of a blessing in disguise, because I didn't really have that unnecessary, unwanted pressure to sort of keep working on it every single week, because it wasn't needed. It didn't really require that much of attention, but I wanted a separate planner for it. So having undated planners, especially like this one, the 7mm one, you don't really have dates anywhere in the planner. And also it's nice that monthly calendar pages are at the beginning and then you have the weekly pages, so you're not really even constrained to use the planner for an entire month and then sort of skip a month and come back to it. So I really like these kind of planners for that, and it's excellent for it. With regards to cons, what I've experienced is that there's not a lot of motivation to use the planner. And I have noticed a huge difference when I use dated planners. I want to use it. Like I wanna work on my goals. So that's the reason for sort of as for my main planner, I do make a point to use dated planners because that works really best for me, and there is an added level of motivation in there. But you know, those things can affect negatively too. It can put a lot of pressure. So undated planners are really good for beginners because you can give it a try without the pressure and without the worry of wasting a planner without really using it. So that's quite good too. And 7mm planner, I am using it for my business right now. I recently started a planner sticker business, and it's been a few days since I'm using this planner, so I'm kind of liking it. I think it's too soon to talk about whether it's helped me a lot or not, because it's, like I said, it's just been a few days. So I'll talk about this as well in probably at the end of Feb or early March. Even this too, I'm using this as my goals log. I started using this recently, and I'll talk about this as well in March. So these two are the undated planners that I'm currently using. Then with another con that I see is these undated planners rarely go on sale because the brands do not have a pressure to push out the planners, whereas with dated ones, once the new year starts, people sort of, I think they don't really buy a lot of dated planners, so you get really good discounts and you're hardly gonna waste a couple of weeks in the beginning. So that's you're gonna get a really good price for that. Even now, if you haven't picked your planner but you don't want to spend on undated planners, do check out some of the links in the description box below. I have coupon codes from various brands, and many planners, 2023 planners, are on discount now, so you can go check that out. So that's another con that I see. And let me show you guys some of the newest undated planners that I have in my collection. This one is from a brand called the Positive Planner, and this one is from Scribbling All Day. This is very much like 7mm. It's purely undated, like you don't have dates anywhere. And I had plans of using it. I actually used it for a couple of days, but I was feeling quite overwhelmed. So I'm thinking about how to navigate between different planners, wherein some of the planners I do need to use it, and there are other planners that I want to use it so that I can give you guys a different perspective from I can use different approaches to my videos and build my content around it. So I love both of these planners, and this one actually I am really excited to bring it to my planning routine in future months. And this is another planner. I really love it. And one of the reasons I have not been able to get myself to use it is because there are a lot of spreads that is going to be quite valuable. I am very well aware of that, and I feel like using it for a couple of weeks might mess up the entire planner. And in case in the future I want to use this particular planner for something else, there are a lot of goal setting spreads here, so I might use it as my goals log in the future, or if I want to use this as my main planner in the following year. So that's the reason I'm very, very mindful about touching this planner. But I have got a couple of ideas to share it with you guys for videos. So in those videos I will be bringing out the Positive planner, so keep an eye out for that soon. And a reminder, guys, if you're finding this video helpful, please click on the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. Now I'm gonna share some of my past favorites. The first one I have here is Tatiana's. This I wouldn't sort of technically put it in completely in the past because I got this recently, but the planner was launched quite some time ago. I think probably a year ago. And I got this because Tatiana's planner, they ended up making a few changes, mainly probably 3 changes. They've added a few extra spreads. Then the planner has become quite large, and also the weekly pages have changed. This was completely plain. And this was sort of, in 2022, was very, very close to perfect for me. It was just a perfect planner. It worked really well for my job and I absolutely loved it, and I'm so glad that they offered it in the undated version. And actually this was sent to me by one of you guys, so thanks a lot for that. And yeah, I'm really happy that I have this in my collection. And this again is sort of, in my mind, it's under like a special category, and I feel like in the future years, probably like 5 years or 6 years from now, when Happy Wagon would have completely changed the way they do planners, and I feel like I would enjoy using this planner quite a bit. So this, I'm sort of putting it into my collection, wherein I don't have any intention to use it in the near future, but somewhere like after a long time, I do intend to bring it into my planning routine. So I'm saving this, and I absolutely love the planner cover. I feel it is just so cute. I love the colors. I just love everything about this planner. So yeah, it's really special for me. And then another planner that I have here is, I actually didn't have any intention to add this to my collections. I got this at the end of 2021 to use it in 2022 for a project that I wanted to work on, but because of various reasons I couldn't really work on that project. I just used it for a day. And as time passed, I decided that I want to put this particular planner in their special collection category, the same as the Happy Wagon one, because this planner is from a brand called Calitsign, and they've actually stopped not only doing planners, but I don't think they're really offering any products. And I like that brand. I had a few of their products on my wish list. That's quite sad. So this planner is really special for me. I love the cover design. I absolutely love the color, the illustrations, and also the planner layout. It is so different from all of the other planners that you get. Just look at this, the monthly calendar. This is the monthly dashboard. It's just got a really special vibe to it, and I wanna save this and use it for some special reason. So this too, I am gonna add it to my collection. I don't have any intention to use it in the near future. Yeah, it's very similar to the Happy Wagon one, probably a little bit later on. Then my sort of the OGE Undated planner that I have, actually when I started using planners for the first time, it was in 2016. That was Undated Planner 2. I don't have it with me right now. But after that, I decided not to pick Undated planners because I was struggling with it. But then I bought this one in 2020. Yeah, I think it was in 2020, yes. I got this again to start planning my content because that was when I started making a lot of planner related videos, and I noticed that there is a need for me to have a planner for it. I bought this thinking that there is a weekly dashboard because that was mentioned on the website, and I assumed that the weekly dashboard would be very similar to the dated planner because I was already using it. But then the weekly dashboard is just this much and it didn't work out for me. I ended up trying it again in 2021. I tried it again in 2022. It just didn't work out. So you can see I've tried to use it a little bit. So what I did was, I think I used it for a month or two, and then I decided, okay, let's give this a break. Probably this planner layout, it just doesn't suit my planning style currently, and I don't really want to waste this planner because I feel it is one of the prettiest planners that I have. I really love the illustrations. I love everything about it, apart from the lack of a weekly dashboard. So I've decided to save it for now, and also I'm glad that this was a wire bound, because those 2 months that I used half and half, I ended up ripping it off, and in here I have it just for 10 months, but that's okay. This again, I'm just keeping it aside for now, assuming that, look, I'm trying to like use it a little bit. Yeah, probably in the future, you know, my planning style might change and I might crave for this. And this too, they don't sell it anymore, so it's sort of become a little bit precious for me. Another reason I really like Undated planners is to sort of use it as gifts. I really love planners. I feel they're extremely valuable. It might not be suitable for everyone, but in my life, if I feel like it would be quite helpful for a friend of mine, a family member of mine, I gift them planners, and I specifically gift them Undated planners, so that you know, that might be their first time. In fact, for most of the people, it is their first time using planners, and I don't want them to feel the pressure to start off in January, because that might be a little bit overwhelming. It's actually really overwhelming for a lot of people. So I gift them Undated planners, and they make a fascinating gift for your friends, for your family members. I think it is pretty good. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed coming along while I shared about Undated planners. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you prefer dated, undated? Like, what are your thoughts? I would be extremely interested to know. Leave them in the comments below. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.